Hello, welcome back guys on my channel. I hope that you guys are doing fine. So today HSR did the live stream for the version 4.2, or you can consider it as a third anniversary live stream. Now people of HSR community were very much of a hype for this moment. Why not? Because when it comes to the anniversary for a particular gacha game, they always provide us a lots of free pulls, giveaway to the old units to us, and also bringing back a new unit which is considered as an anniversary unit. Now in a gacha space, people think that when anniversary character drops in anniversary events of a particular gacha games, that character is going to be very much of a broken one, and it is not even a false statement, it is actually a true statement. When it comes to anniversary unit, they are going to be very much of a matter relevant for a long time. So if you are a really much of a new player and also returning player thinking about this playing that particular gacha game, I guess anniversary is going to be the very much of the best times, because in that time you can even reroll that anniversary character and also start your account where you can even have a hard time when you are going to reach that particular games end game. So that's all the things why people are very much of a hype about it. Now HSR is non-different of it. So in this video I'm going to talk about what kind of rewards, what kind of new characters, as well as rerun, and what kind of QQL changes are going to be happen in version 4.2. So let's start. First of all, which is the main attention of this third anniversary, or you can say the version 4.2, it is going to be the two new character. First one is a Silver Roof level 1999. Second one is going to be the Evaneskia. So first phase is going to be the Silver Roof level 1999, which is a new anniversary character, and also coming along with the Rerun character, which is the Dahlia, Castoris and Firefly. Now this Silver Roof is not going to be the base version, it is going to be the Awaken version of its base version. Now this Silver Roof also following the same archetype just like the Castoris, Fei Shao and also Echiron, where they have to have a certain environment where they can even deploy their ultimate. They cannot even rely onto the energy issue which the other base standard character does. If I just give you an example, Argenti, Blade, Midgenti, or whatever you say, or Jingwon, they always follow the basic rules where they have to have a high energy, or you can say they require the energy to deploy the ultimate. When the energy bar of their character is fill up, they are going to deploy the energy. But when it comes to this like a special character, you can say the anniversary character, they don't even follow this kind of rules. They only follow of a certain particular dedicated things where they have a certain requirement to meet up their ultimate to deploy it onto the field one. So Silver Roof does really require that, and also the Silver Roof comes from the Elation one and our phase 2 banner, which is the Evaneskia. These two characters also coming from the same path, which is the Elation one as well as. Now it is no brainer that the version 4.0, which is the Planacardia, and also release of a new path, which is the Elation one, they also release as a two new character, which is the Yaogong and also Sparksy. I already made a video about should you even pull for the Yaogong and also Sparksy, and in that video I already made a prediction that our anniversary character is going to be the Elation one, and that character is none other than our this Silver Roof. And if you really want to dedicate yourself to Elation teams, I guess you have to pull those two character, which is Sparksy and Yaogong. And Yaogong is a support character, and just the way she plays, she is just a very much of a core team for any other Elation teams that you are going to play here. If you really want to play the Evaneskia, Yaogong is really much of a highly required for that Elation team as well as. So that's the first part. Second part is the Sparksy. Yes, so as you already know that what I mentioned before, the different archetype, well, Castoris, when it comes to the Castoris, which is our second anniversary character, that character required a such high amount of healing character where the more that healer going to heal your characters, or you can say the whole teammates, the more faster your Castoris can even deploy her ultimate. So in that time there was not even a powerful healer other than the Luocha, but after that when a dedicated healer was came off, which is basically around only for the Castoris, which is the Hasin, that time our Castoris just totally become an ultimate machine, and she can just deploy as much as ultimate very much faster than ever. Now if I just give you another example, which is the Fei Shao and also the Echiron really does require a high amount of debuff character on your teammate. The more your team member going to provide a debuff onto the enemy, the more faster Echiron can just fill up her ultimate and to deploy it on the field. There's a whole totally different types of archetype that this anniversary character following up at the same time. So that's a totally part of the phase 1 banner. Now let's talk about the phase 2 banner, which is Evaneskia. Evaneskia is a very much of a similar character from the Honkai Impact 3. If you already player of a Honkai Impact 3, you already heard of the name of the Sakura, which is like a pink hair girl, and she's also similar to the Yaomiko if you already from the Genshin Impact as well as. Now the way Evaneskia play, which I already seen from the live stream phase and also some better testing player phase, she's kind of like a basic character where she really required her energy to fill up and also have a doubles energy requirement, which is the same as the Argenti, or you can consider it as a Midgenti. The way FNSK plays, she does not even have a different playstyle of the Silver of level 1999, but Silver of level 1999 does provide you high amount of things. And this Silver of level 1999 required punchline, which only can be generated by none other than our Sparksy. So if you really want to have a good time, you have to wait for the Sparksy and pull for her without any kind of questions. So for the Evaneskia is a very much of a okay character, but when the V1 version of a beta testing came on, she was very much of a good one, or you can say good to have but not much to have. But after version 3 or version 5 changes, she's not even that much of a good one. Her buff is very low, and the reason the developer was doing it to make up cell boost for the Silver of level 1999, because if the Silver of level 1999 does not even give you high amount of value into this game, people are thinking that why would I even pull for Silver where we can even have our favorite character, which is the Evaneskia. If you really want to really love this character Evaneskia, pull for her, no worry. Well, Evaneskia in zone is not going to be the main new character of this phase 2 banner. There is also Rerun character coming along with her, which is the Sunday, Trivi, and also Feishao. In those three characters, Sunday is okay character, Trivi is the very much of a must one, and I am really failed to get her on her debut banner and also her on her Rerun banner as well as. Feishao is not even going to be a good pull unless you just having to pull a Asheville character, or if you really have a good amount of what's the name of her icon cat girl? Yes, Cypher. If you have one of those characters, I guess Feishao is going to be a good pull, but Trivi is still going to slap you high amount of vulnerability towards your team and also respawn as well as. So that's all for this your character sections. Let's move on to our pull section. Yes, in this version, same as of the second anniversary, they are going to give us a 30 pull, where 10 pull are going to give you via your mailbox. When the patch is going to be dropped, they are just going to slap you directly 1600 pull, which is considered as a 10 pull. You don't even have to really log in. Daily login is another pull that they are going to provide in here, and which is going to be consist of a 20 pulls, so which is based around a 30 pulls. Other than that, they are also going to be provided so many events where you can even have around a 40 to 50 pulls, which they are going to give us a normally single patches, but anniversary is going to give us more than that. So that's a totally face of the pull section. Let's move on to our buff section. Yes, in this version 4.2, they are going to buff our old character, which is the Firefly, Ho-Ho, Zilla, what's the name again? Standard character? Yes, Welt. Those two characters are going to have their buff, which is going to be considered as a Novaflare buff. Now, this HSR has been doing this kind of things for a long time, and they already did for the Blade, Jinglu, Kafka, Black Swan, all of those characters get buff this kind of Novaflare systems. So after they didn't even reveal all of those things about this, what kind of buff they are going to provide for the Firefly, Zilla, and also other things. They just give us a brief discussion, so which I'm going to make a dedicated video and my separate video where I'm going to make a tier list that which character are going to get the highest value among those Novaflare buff. So stick with me for that video. So that's all for this buff section. Let's move on to our next section, which is none other than the shop changes, which is the golden spirit. Yes, I don't know which X version they already provided this kind of gold spirit, but in the random patches they were giving us a 1 spirit gold point, where you can even have a reroll piece, or you can even have a one single copy of a character, or you can consider it as a total C6 character if you have enough golden spirit. But to this current moment, we can even have a highest amount of a golden spirit of how amount of it. If you are a F2P, you can even get the 3, but after this version you can even have a number of 4. So in that case, they are also going to provide us a 2 new character into this shop, which is going to be the Ho-Ho and also the Robin. But if you really think about pulling for, or you can say selecting the Robin into this golden spirit, I guess it is not going to be very much of a good one, and I'm also going to make a dedicated video that which character is going to be very much good for you from the shop giving things. But if you really confused which character is going to be pull for this shop thingy, I don't think so any of those characters are going to give you any kind of value to this current meta, or you can say the upcoming future meta, unless they are going to get some kind of Novaflare buff, just like the Sparkle got her in the previous versions. But other than that, save up to your golden spirit, just do a C6 character, any of those characters, and I guess you're going to be fine. So that's all for the shop things. And also our next things, which is going to be, they are going to provide us a new character, or you can say they added a new character into the standard pools. Yes, those, and it is not going to be one character, it is going to be 3 new characters. First one is a Yunli, second one is a Midgenty, and also third one is a Silver. Why am I always mention the Argenti as a Midgenty? Well, this guy does not even provide any kind of value. When this guy was released, people were thinking that yes, he can be just save the erudition class, but I guess that guy did not do anything at all. but it is actually very much interesting to see that you only just finally added into the standard banner. And also Silverwolf as well, as Silverwolf was very much of a hype character when she was released, because the way her total mechanics works, when she can even just give you a force weakness implantation to a certain enemy, and that was actually broken things when she was teased into this game, or you can say the release into this game. But after that, so many harmony characters are just totally change her role as well as. So that's a totally part of the standard selection. Other than that, they are also providing us like an artifact loadout, which is a very much of a most sorted things that people were asking for it for a long time, because you cannot even just switch between characters, of a juggle between characters artifact, and it can just create a very much of a ruckus between when you are just trying to play different teams at the same time. So that's all for this anniversary that they are providing in here. Nothing to like nothing really much of a big thing is happening in here. All the things are totally same from the previous anniversary. One thing is for sure, they are not giving us like any of those selector, because they already provided us this kind of standard selector in a one page ago. So if you already didn't even pick it up, I guess there is also a chance where it is 48 days left to get those like a selector things. So getting another selector things at the same time is, I guess it is going to be very much of a mismanagement from their side. So I guess I already covered up all the things, important things what you really need to know at the first place. I hope that you already like this video. If you like it, leave a like, and also please feel free to share your comments about the anniversary things. Do you really like it? Do you think there should be more things that need to added in here? Feel free to comment on the comment section, and see you on the next video. Peace.